14.
Hello everyone, we are Group 4 and I'm Julia.
I'm Eric Platt.
I'm William.
I'm Johan.
And today we are going to present our group survey about cultural difference. And we separated our survey into 6 different topics, which are academy, food, sports, music, festival, and lifestyle. And we interviewed a lot of people from different countries. So it includes people from Thailand and Turkey, Malaysia, Argentina, Spain, USA, Russia, Honduras, Guatemala, and Macau. And so we classify these countries into continents. So as you can see, most of them are Asian, and about half of them are from Latin America, and just 1 people from North America and Europe.
Okay, I'm going to introduce our first topic is about the academy. And as you can see, our first question is how many credits do college students in your country averagely take in a semester? And in our case, that we need at least 128 credits to get graduated, and that equals to averagely 16 credits a semester, which means you need to spend 16 hours per week on your college courses. And some of the countries doesn't count like that. As the example of Turkey, they will have like 20 or 30 courses in their whole college journey, and they have to complete it all, and it's not about the credits. And maybe some of their courses, like, and the interviewee said that maybe have 8 hours per week, and that equals to 8 credits for us, but they don't count like that. And I think it's insane that you can see that Malaysia and Argentina, when you convert it into our ways to count the credits, they will spend like 30 hours per week on their college course, and I think that's pretty crazy. And the next question is it easier to pass the course in your country? And we, comparing to Taiwan, we set the difficulty and Suidi into like the standard. And the Suidi and difficulty is our 田量度. And for the Turkey interviewee, and she thinks that it's easier to pass in their country, and where the difficulty is not that much harder. And the interviewee from Honduras, and she thinks that it's easier to pass, but it also is quite difficult because they only have 3 months in a semester, which is shorter than us, so it will have more contents in their semester, and that causes it more harder. And the interviewee from Macau, he thinks that it's easier to pass the course, but if you want to get the higher score, it's much difficult. And our next topic is about sports. And we asked what's the most popular sport in your country. And for an interviewee from Turkey, she thinks that the people playing volleyball has rising through recent years. And the interviewee from Thailand, they think that basketball and football is their most popular sports in their country. And from the US is definitely the American football. And I think the special part is Malaysia, they think the most popular sport is badminton. And the other countries from Europe and Latin America, they have soccer as their most popular sport.
And I'm going to tell about our survey on food. The first question is, what are the differences between the foods in your country and Taiwan? And most of the interviewees think that Taiwan's food is too light for them. As example, Thailand thinks Taiwan's food is not that spicy. And one of the interviewees is my friend, and I used to go to eat with him, and he always says that, oh, the 大辣 is not even a normal spicy to him, so that is Thailand. And especially like for Argentina, Argentina is a place where have a lot of cheese, and they think Taiwan can use more cheese in their dishes. That is a recommendations. And for Guatemala, they eat really salty. I don't know why, but they think Taiwan's food is really palm to them. It's quite cool because I think most of the food I eat is really salty. Yes. And the next, and here is two special cases. Up there is Guatemala, and they think Taiwan has a lot of seasoned food like fruits, and they are almost sweet and sour. And for America usually don't have lots of food sharing foods. They only have like barbecue when they are having a party, but at usual time they eat like hamburger, like for one people. But Taiwan has a lot of hot pots and barbecue, and people can share together, so they think it is very special. Then we ask them what is the average spending on each meal, like because we are all university students, so college students, so we didn't spend lots of money on every meal, but some of them spends to $300. But I think it didn't depend on which country did you come from. It depends on how much you get and what is your age. Like the 300 is come from one of the master students, and I think they may go to have a work and they have a job, so they can afford this kind of spends. Yes. And I'm going to talk about the lifestyle. What kinds of transportation would you like to choose when you go to work or school? Because we are in Taipei, so we all know that the MRT is the most convenient transportation for us. And half of them thinks MRT is the most used transportation. And the second is the bus, because we all know that we are from NCCU, so we have to go to the nearest MRT, we have to get on the bus first. And bus can bring us to some specific places where MRT cannot. And for those who has more money, they can drive their own car or call Uber. So this is the graph. What is the average amount you usually spend on clothes or shoes? Because me and Eric interviewed the Malaysia and the Argentina interviewees, and they wore really expensive clothes and shoes when we are interviewing them. And yeah, you can see Malaysia spent 4,000 on each pieces of their clothes. Yeah, and he just wear 4,000 clothes and 8,000 shoes that day, so it breaks my mind. Yes, but actually for the college students, they spend around $800 to buy their own clothes. Yes, and the next question is, what's the common weather in your country? Actually, this question comes with, can I adapt the weather in NCCU? But most of them think their hometown is more hotter than Taiwan. But especially, not everyone, like for people from Raja, they think sometimes it's really cold. And the humidity, like Taiwan is too rainy for them. And there are some specific examples like Guatemala. They have spring weathers every day, so I think they come to NCCU, they can adapt because they sometimes rains and sometimes has a good weather. And for Spain is extremely dry. So I think they say that when they come to Taiwan, the rainy days will make their face become better because it is more moisture for them. And now we'll have William.
Next is about music. The question is, what kind of music is popular in your country? And according to the pie chart, we can see that a lot of interviewees from different countries they answer the hip hop, and the culture has become the trend among the world. And then there's the K-pop. So K-pop is from Korea. some Asian countries still fascinated this kind of music. And then is rock music is popular in America continent. And there are other music types such as country music, Latin music, and also the pop music in their own country. And the other question is what kind of applications do you usually use to listen to music? And according to the street graph, that most of people would choose Spotify, and then most of them have subscribed it. And also some of them will use YouTube, and only the one person use iTunes, which is mainly for iPhone users. And next is about the festival, because a lot of people they share a different festival to us, and some of them may answer Christmas for USA or Europe country. So I choose some of the festival that we may not hear or experience. The first one is Songkran. It's the Thai New Year festival, and it's marked by water fights. And they believe that when they splash water to others, it can help them to wash away the past year's misfortune and start a new year. And the Feria de Sevilla in Spain is a festival held annually in April, and during the time in Sevilla, the street will be full of colorful decoration, and there were some parades, and girls and men would wear traditional dress and dance on the streets, gather to have food and dance. The next one is in Malaysia, and most of them are Muslim. And Eid al-Fitr is it's like the Lunar Chinese New Year in Chinese culture. And during that time, people would spend time together, worship their ancestors, and also have food together. And the last festival is called Holy Saturday. It originated more for Jesus to lay in the tombs and believe that he can rise from the tombs. And it is a day before Easter, and this festival is celebrated with Easter, and during the week it's called Holy Week. And in Guatemala, they will have parades on the streets, and also have festival food and vigils at night. And let's check about observation about our topic. In academic, the college courses in Taiwan is about average from different aspects. In sports, we can see football is the most popular sport over the world. And in food perspective, most people think Taiwan's food is too light. And compared with the lifestyle, it's all different in our country, and it's good to know more. And in music, we know that hip hop culture is popular among the world. And the last festival that each culture has developed is special holiday. And let's move to conclusion.
And after this survey, we found out a lot of different culture in every aspect, and we realized that it's very important to keep open-minded and curious to the different culture. And also, we can have the mind that embrace cultural diversity. And by this way, we can get to know much more the culture that is different from what we used to or what we just knew. And also, this experience made us just enjoy and cherish what we have right now. and now it's a reflection. So I will go the first one. And I think the foreigners that we interviewed are all much more friendly than I thought. We didn't be refused by anyone, and they are very talkative and very friendly to us. So this kind of experience gives me much more confidence and courage and motivation to make more foreign friends. And by the way, I think talk to foreign person is very different from talk to native person because they will tell you a lot of details. Then maybe if you talk to the native speaker and you ask him or he or she one questions, and he or she will just answer it by yes, no, or just a brief question. But a foreigner will tell a lot of details and what they think like that. Yeah, and so it's very easy to get along with them. And also because we have a record to our interview process. So I think I get to know the shortcut of my English speaking skills. And I found out that I really don't know how to respond to their answers. I usually just say, oh, cool, yeah, haha, like that. And all in all, I think this is a very amazing experience.
Okay, so my first reflection is I found out that I was much more nervous than interviewees. And though I'm the local student, but sometimes I think I'm more like the foreigners in Taiwan because they're more friendly than me and they speak more. And I'm just so shy and just give like 2 or 3 words for responses like, oh, that's cool, that's impressive, because I don't know what to say. And it's about the second reflection that chatting to native speakers can better reflect where's my problem while speaking. Just like I said, I don't really respond them more like what I really thought in my mind because I need the time to think about what should I say, and it always comes out like only 2 or 3 words. And the last part is the most important, that I really found out that they didn't really care about your speaking well or not, and only focus on the key words to understand what you're asking and talking. Because they treat you as friend and they only just focus on what you really talk to them, and they just don't care about your English ability on oral or something like that. And they don't really judge your English ability. And I think that gives me some courage to really have more courage to speak to them.
And I think it's a great challenge to start conversation with strangers. Like normally don't have a lot of opportunity to serve as strangers in Taiwan. And I think it's more difficult to ask foreigners questions. And second, they are willing to share their experiences to local students. Like they just not answer your questions, and they will add a lot of details to help you know more about their answers. And the last one is improves my English fluency after surveying many exchange students.
And for me, they are much more talkative and love to share than I think, because I thought there would be a question like yes, no if we ask them, but they give us a lot of response and extra questions to us and makes us don't know how to answer, but I love this kind of conversation. And instead of a formal speech or talking to a foreigner in other country, like this kind of talking to a foreign students is another feelings to me, because talking to a foreign students is like I'm afraid of they don't like us because we are a big group and they are a small group and they all don't like us. But this is my this is my point of view, but they don't think so. And one of the most impressive interviewees is a pair of interviewees from Argentina and Malaysia. They are really humor. Like we ask them, we want to interview them, but 2 of them says he, or they are pointing each other and they are making jokes, like saying Like we usually say, "Oh, 是哦,真的假的?" This kind in English and quite funny. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, we laugh a lot. A very good interviewing. And last one is it makes me more confident when I speak English. Yes. And this is our presentation. Thank you. And it is time for QA session.
Very good. So again, can we have any questions or comments? Anything you'd like to say or share with us? Yes.
Yes, I would like to ask Julia about the thing that you cherish more. I'm not sure what. Can you tell us what exactly you cherish?
Oh, I will say this because when we interview a person from Russia, and we asked him if he have a YouTube Premium, and he said because he's in Russia, so he cannot do it. Yeah, so I think, this, yeah.
Do you use Surfshark even or?
I think in a free country like Taiwan, we don't need to use Surfshark, but if we have to use it for watching particular movies, and that is the time we use the Surfshark. Yes.
Or NordVPN?
What?
Do you prefer Surfshark or NordVPN?
I prefer Surfshark because its advertisement looks better than which one?
NordVPN.
NordVPN. Yeah. Thank you for your question.
Good. So any others? Yeah, especially so if you haven't spoken among the audience yet, feel free to speak. Maybe Jen, any question or comment? Or anything you'd like to add to the topic? Yes, any others?
Feel free to say.
Yes. Anything you'd like to ask? No? Okay, not for the moment. All right. So I think I have just a question about your interviewees.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that so you didn't have any rejections by the interviewees.
Yes.
So is there any specific trick you use?
The trick we use is that we ask the foreigners. We have the same friends. Yeah, they sit beside our friends, and we say, "Can you ask him to get to interview by us?" Or but some of them is like they're sitting over there, and like the Malaysia one, they are a pair and sitting there and drinking beer, and we say, "Cheers! Can we interview you?" And they say, "Okay."
Yeah, we find someone that who look really chill and having no work on them. Yeah.
Good.
So when you find a pair of Malaysia and Argentina, and did you drink beer with them and play like beer games, like did you teach them some of the Taiwanese when you drink and play games in a group?
No, because they think the beer is expensive, and as we give them some treats like the pineapple 凤梨酥, we bought a pineapple cake. We bought in Anjo, and when we give them to the Malaysia and Argentina people, and they ask, I don't want this, I want money. Yeah, so they are kind of really like money, but not the thing. Yeah.
Maybe they're just just joking?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. So in others? Okay. So then, thank you very much for sharing.